man with a camera. All right. I think you can hear me now. I saw your pleas for audio information, and I think we've solved our problem here, and I apologize for that. Usually when I plug stuff in recent days, it has just worked, and today for some reason it didn't. So let me reintroduce ourselves here. You're watching Runway DFW After Dark. I'll play the music since you didn't hear it first time. Yes, it's Runway DFW After Dark. I'm Walt. Texas Girl is over here next to me. We will be coming to you for the next couple of hours with all sorts of stuff from DFW International Airport. Arrivals, departures, taxiing, cargo loading, all sorts of stuff. So stick around with us for Runway DFW After Dark, and I apologize for the technical difficulties. So I am over here at Founders Plaza, the place for plane spotters. You see the flags in the background, along with Texas Girl, who's kind of acting as a sidekick this evening. Thanks to her for coming out. And so yeah, I was saying when you couldn't hear me, you probably couldn't read my lips, that we're about to have a winter storm here in North Texas. So I decided to come on the air today to at least give you some semblance of activity here, because I don't know if I'll be able to come out here later in the week, depending on the roads and such. I've got about an hour's drive in good weather from Runway DFW Ranch to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, or to Dallas Love Field, which is our alternate location. So the plane you just saw come in was from Austin, Texas, flight 1299, an Airbus A319. And we have going out here, well, I'll tell you that in a minute. There's a lot of aircraft on the screen here on my Flight Radar 24 screen, and I have to wait for this plane to get out of the way of all the other planes so I can see what it is. So that's an American Eagle Embraer 175 off to, looks like Billings, Montana. And as you could see, but I think when I was talking about it, you couldn't hear me. We've got in the UPS inventory tonight, we've got a 747, and to the left of it, an MD-11. So that's cool. Okani7 is our newest subscriber. Thank you, Okani7. Let's see, do we have anything coming in or going out of significance? Not at the moment, so let's say hello to everybody. Bry Guy, channel member, says, I do see a UPS 747. Woot Doctor says, we are under the pagoda tonight. It doesn't provide really any shelter for us. Well, there's nothing to be sheltered from tonight, so. El Toro 66, 36 degrees in Memphis, Tennessee, Fahrenheit. Our channel member, And moderator Pittsburgh Dawn says 18 degrees in the Keystone State. Doug Jackson, hello and good evening, Walt and all Runway DFW fans. Rich Carlisle up there in Indiana, liking the MD-11 over there. Let's see. Well, let's see. Is there anything coming in? I'll give you a little cargo loading here. Well, is there anything loading there? Ah, yes. So there's some containers going into that big 747. Heath Shelton, channel member, says, Walt, did you hear about the Toronto Pearson crash? Yeah, I was on that straight away. For those of you who are unfamiliar, a Delta Connection plane was a is it a CRJ 900, I believe, was landing at snowy Pearson Airport in Toronto, and the last I heard, it wasn't really clear what had happened to it or how it happened. But as it landed, or after it landed, it went out of control, apparently, lost a wing, wound up upside down, but in what can only be described as a miracle, all 80 passengers and crew on board survived. Now, there are a few, I think last I heard there were 4 people who suffered critical injuries, including a child. So our thoughts are certainly with those people. But when you see that upside down, wingless on one side aircraft, and it was on fire when it first touched down. That's nothing short of a miracle that the survival rate was so high. And I think, one of the things that helped with that was that the fuselage remained intact. Because if it had split open, that would be probably a different story. Texas Girl over here next to me has gifted 10 Runway DFW memberships. There's the gift box agape. And so we're going to start seeing some people who are new members of the channel. Zoe, Charlie T, Gavin Hamilton, JQ, Tex Spec, Peter Redmond, Detail 09, Christopher Bailey, Seneca Lear, Madeline UA Down FX, new members, thank you. So, where is she? I guess Texas Girl's in her car, but thank you, Texas Girl. Hans Olaf Mark says that the plane that crashed in Toronto was a CRJ 900. I'd like to thank Josh C. for a Did we get? Yeah, there it is. For a $2 super chat. Thank you, Josh C. And Steve Lundaby, who was here with us on Saturday, has gifted a Runway DFW membership. Thank you. No, 10 Runway DFW memberships. Thank you, Steve Lundaby. It was so good to see you in person, hang out with you, and I hope he was supposed to be returning to North Dakota yesterday, so I hope you're making good progress on that journey. And Janet Simmons has gifted a Runway DFW membership, so thank you, Janet Simmons. Lots of wonderful support coming in for us this evening. Channel member and moderator Michael Flannery welcoming the new memberships, and channel member and moderator Josh Aldridge also saying thanks along with me. Joey Chan, channel member, says good evening, Walt. Harry T says the 747 that you're looking at now is due out at 9:08 here in North Texas, so we've got a little more than an hour to until that goes out. Smart Cat says they need a membership. Well, there is something you've got to click on your in your browser to be able to accept membership. So check on that. Hunter Strauss says, my wife, son, and I made a day trip from OKC this past Saturday, and it just happened to be when you were there live. Well, that's very kind. And Don up there in Pittsburgh has also gifted a Runway DFW membership. And that one goes to Kayla Lopez. Gordon Freeman says, hi, Walt from Orlando. Thanks again for another relaxing night stream. Well, now that we have audio, I don't know, maybe it'd be more relaxing without audio. I'm not sure. Let's get back to the action, shall we? American Flight 2496 from Portland, Oregon, and Airbus A321 is about to touch down. So we are going to point our camera number 1 in that general vicinity, and we'll bring that to you here. Well, Steve Lundaby says, made it home this afternoon. Wow. You made good time, Steve. If I were you, I'd be sleeping, but... And I'm sure it's colder there than it is here. But it's going to get pretty cold here in the next couple of days, so I guess it probably wouldn't have made that much difference to you. There in the background is a plane coming in on the east side. We're looking for this one. I hear so many new members being dialed in here. So there's the American flight from Portland. Touching down. We're having new subscribers. I welcome all new subscribers. Smoke and Slice Barbecue saying hello. I have not gotten around. If you sent me an email about becoming a mod, Smoke and Slice Barbecue, I will get to that. I haven't been kind of busy the last couple of days. We have American Eagle Flight 3896 from, where is this? Sioux Falls. Oh, that's in Steve Lundaby country. So let's turn the big camera around. So it's an EJet number 175LR. Next to arrive, American Flight 1924 from Salt Lake City, an Airbus A321. And again, if you're new to DFW Airport or to Runway DFW, It's heavily oriented towards American Airlines and American Eagle because this is the headquarters of those airlines. And American controls upwards of 80% of the air traffic, or the seats that go in and out of here. So, if you like American Airlines, everything's good. And if you want to see other things, we do have other airlines that come and go, as you will see through the evening, and in addition to, of course, our neighbors here at UBS. Just Plains Crazy. We celebrate 10 great months of you being a member. Thank you, Just Plains Crazy. This plane once again coming in from Salt Lake City. Smoke a Slice Barbecue says, Walt, seems like tonight would be a great night for someone to bring you some coffee. You know what? I don't... thank you. I did have some coffee before I came here. Iced coffee, because that's kind of my thing. But I am not... I don't need any additional liquids at this time. Texas Girl, look at this. Now, in addition to giving all those memberships, those 10 memberships, she has upgraded her membership to Quad Jet. So, joining the ranks of our Quad Jet members, thank you, Texas Girl. And our channel sponsor, James Webb, is back with another $200 super chat. James Webb, he always leaves me speechless, and I guess you can understand why. Thank you, James. From Phoenix, Arizona, comes American Flight 1233. Airbus A321. There you see in the distance the towers of Cedar Hill, Texas, where there's a bunch of transmission towers for local not AM, but FM and TV broadcasters. That's about 24 miles from us, so it's not close. There's the east tower of Dallas-Fort Worth Airport with the skyline of Dallas in the background. And in the foreground, American Flight 1303 off to Spokane, Washington. This is an Airbus A320. This plane is a turn-of-the-century model from the year 2000. It's an Embraer 170, American Eagle 3375 off to Aguascalientes in Mexico. We have another American Eagle plane coming in here. This one arriving from Corpus Christi, Texas. It's an Embraer 175. Just turned 8 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone of the USA on this Monday, February 17th. And you're watching Runway DFW After Dark with me, Walt. Texas Girl is over here somewhere, gifting away. And we're glad you could spend your Monday evening or afternoon or morning or Tuesday, wherever you are. Whatever day it is, where you are. See all those flashing red lights back there in the background? We'll go take another look at that in a moment. Those flashing red lights are a construction zone for the future Terminal F here at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. And I was looking at some recent aerial footage of that area. There, you see it there. And yeah, they've got it all dug up, and they're making some progress on it. Cranky OG 757. Chip says, thanks for keeping me company while I work on my 2024 tax return. That sounds terrible. Doug Jackson is a new TriJet member. Thank you, Doug Jackson. And you've been hearing those dings in the background. That means we have some new members, courtesy of Doug Jackson, who has gifted 10 Runway DFW memberships. So some of those new members include Lenka, I can't read that, Beans, 2 Tons of Love, Frank Nichols, Old Man Knuckle, Jason Kucera, 397LM, Mark G, Mark Williams, Brian Svensson. So thanks to our newest member, Doug Jackson, for all those contributions. Are you heading out? Or are you? No, okay. Texas Girl's back out here hanging out. We have American Airlines Flight 2298 about to go to Portland, Oregon. This will be an Airbus A321neo. On your home for Dallas-Fort Worth live streams Runway DFW After Dark. Texas Girl just said something I couldn't hear her because my headphones are on. So as you can see, we have south flow tonight. Planes coming in from the north and taking off to the south, and that is optimal for us at night. I know you said something. I couldn't hear what you said. I know. Well, thanks in part to you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, at least I'd say 25.
Yeah. I see our friend Johnny Dodge expressing thanks that our friend Steve Lundaby got back to North Dakota. Johnny, you had gifted us a windsock. I haven't found a way to mount it yet because it's got to be able to spin around to give us the windsock look. So I'll work on that for our next broadcast. I haven't had a chance to do that, but I haven't forgotten it, and I thank you for that gift. M. Mick says from the same way it sounded from the old school Fat Albert cartoons. Hey, 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 from G-Town, Walt. I shouldn't do that to my throat. Let's see here. I'm going to see if we got any big planes going out. I don't see any right now. Gives us another opportunity to peek into the inner workings of cargo operations at UPS. And here comes a new load for the big 747. Joey Chan has upgraded their membership to TriJet. Thank you, Joey. Maybe I should come out here on Monday more often. I don't know. Robert Miner wants to know, hello, when does the American Airlines Retro depart? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked it up tonight to see if it's here tonight. We did feature it in our thumbnail for today's broadcast. Do we have it here? It seems to have disappeared. So there it is. There's the American Airlines Retro. We saw that actually on, when was that? Our last nighttime broadcast, I think it was on last Thursday. We saw that coming in and going out. And I can't promise that we will see it in real life tonight. Let me see if our jet tip pals can alert us to that. Let's see here. Special livery. Oh, Yam Dreaming is going out. Yam Dreaming is the special livery Qantas flight. This will be going out to Sydney in about 10 or 15 minutes, so hang on for that. Later this hour, if we're lucky, we'll see the Piedmont Retro livery at about 8:45. The America West Retro livery is scheduled to come in about 5 minutes after that. So those are the special liveries that we have in store for us this evening. Okay. Well, thank you again for your many kindnesses to Runway DFW. Texas Girl headed out. Thanks again.
Stay warm.
It's not too bad tonight yet.
Yeah. That wind's coming up.
It is a little bit.
You need anything?
No, I don't. Thank you.
You don't have no water out here.
I've got it in the massive Hummer.
Your U-Haul?
Yeah, hauls everything. Thanks, Texas Girl. There she goes. Harry T says, "What Qantas is it, Walt?" It's a Dreamliner -9 with the Yam Dreaming livery on it. It's a very interesting livery. We'll get somewhat of a look at it. Of course, it's nighttime and we won't see it all that clearly, but it's if you want to see it in the daytime, we have it. I think we broke it out on a separate video on our webpage. James Stoughton checking in from Tucson, Arizona. A10 Warthog Enjoyer says, "Hi mate, great stream, watching from Melbourne in Australia." It's good to see you. Always welcome our Aussie friends. We have a number of people from down under who watch us on a regular basis, and of course they Australia is blessed with a lot of great streamers. Got Sid Squad, of course, Julia Flights. I know there's some others that I can't remember off the top of my head, but great plane spotting community down in Australia. And I guess they're having a big get-together pretty soon in Sydney, which I regret that I won't be able to make the trip for, but I hope to in a future year if they have another event like that. So I've been out here on Monday nights previously, and I found it seemed a little slower than other nights of the week. And it wasn't my favorite night to come out here, based on previous visits, but you never know what's going to happen. I've been consulting with Jet Tip over here, and I haven't been looking at flight radar. What we just saw was American Flight 2807, a 737-800, coming in from Bozeman, Montana. And we're about to see United Flight 453. This will be a MAX 8, and it is destined for the city adjacent to the base, San Francisco.
Spirit 2807 traffic holding in position and taxiway with the name of Fox for Naval Left. Join the ground to reach the arrival ground with over 1.801.
This plane is celebrating its first birthday this month. It was delivered to United 1 year ago in January. Well, I guess it was last month. So it's a year and a month old. but a pretty new plane. Channel member Planes Everywhere says, hi Walt, glad to see you again. Love the accent of all the people from Australia. You all put on such a great show. Another one of our channel members, Rachel Daly Hug, says, good evening, everyone. And El Toro 66, disco lights on that MAX 9. They are glowing brightly. I don't know if you can pick it up, but the wind is really blowing our way tonight. It's picking up in velocity. I'd like to thank Emery Urchas for a $2 super chat. Hey Walt, where's the United flight going to? It is going to SFO, San Francisco. Thank you for that. To you. Tim Heasley is a new Trigent member. Thank you, Tim. Let's see, Barbara P. Sterling is here. Said, did you see donation? Let me see if I can find that, Barbara. Hold on. Let me call up my Streamlabs dashboard. So Barbara, I have not, it is not turned up on my list here. But thank you for it. Oh, it was on the last stream. Let me see if I can find that. Because I do like to, certainly, to acknowledge all of our great contributors. But I'm not seeing it here. needless to say, thank you for that. Michael Popo with a $1 super chat. Thank you, Michael. TBE CHTX with a $5 super chat. Thank you for that. And Barbara P. Sterling says, just to let you know, I supported you, Walt. Great channel. And I have not, despite my years of doing this, I have not perfected my ability to watch the planes coming and going and looking at all the messages coming and going and messages of support and everything like that. So I'm working on it, but I sincerely do appreciate it. Carmen the Black Bear is on the tail of this Frontier Airbus A321, which is headed to Las Vegas. There is Carmen, who is looks very benign, but I don't think I'd want to run into Carmen on a trail somewhere. I know Barbara P. Sterling likes propeller planes, and I believe I hear one. As soon as we see this take off, I'm going to track it down here. So wheels up for the Frontier flight. Let's see here. I heard it. Not seeing it. Keep an eye out for that. We've got a Spirit Flight 561 going to Las Vegas. That's an Airbus A320. Oh, we do have a plane with propellers coming in from Tyler, Texas. Let's see if we can scope this out as Cessna 208B Super Cargo Master. It's a Martinair cargo plane, Flight 655 coming in from Tyler, Texas, in East Texas. That ends a 49-minute flight. And let's see, we'll pick up on the Spirit plane as it heads off to Vegas here. On runway 18 left, the takeoff runway. It's been a while since I've been to Las Vegas. It's probably been more than 10 years. Used to go there on quite a regular basis for work, because there'd be a broadcasting convention there every year, which I would get to go to. Lucky me. Art Chris, channel member, says good evening all. Hello to you, Arthur. Veronica P. Peters celebrating the Spirit plane with emoji. And Robert Miner alerting us to the fact that the Qantas plane transponder has been turned on. That's the one, that's the special livery, which we'll get to see as it makes its way to Sydney. I don't think it's, I think it's just getting pushed back now. It's not in a position where we can see it. Here's that Super Cargo Master. Delivering the goods from Tyler, Texas. It's American Flight 1883 from Jackson, Mississippi, an Airbus A319. Here's our control center at Founders Plaza in on the northwest side of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Tanman 3880 says, speaking of Las Vegas, you should totally go out to Nellis Air Force Base and film some fast movers. I think Red Flag is going on now. You know, I have not. I don't know. I feel. I don't know anything. I know almost nothing about military aircraft, and that's being generous. I don't really know anything about military aircraft. So I don't know. I guess I'll leave that to others who have that more specialized knowledge. As we look at American Flight 2972, this is off to Kansas City. It's a 737-800. Simultaneously and at the same time, a Frontier flight coming in from Denver. It's an Airbus A321. That Frontier flight was flight 2632, if I read that right out of the corner of my eye. Rohit Parkal says, hey, Jackson, Mississippi, that's where I am. Wood Doctor with a technical question. Maybe somebody has the answer to that. How far off the ground is the prop tip on the Cargo Master? And I will give you a shrug. I don't know how far that is. Here goes American Flight 364 to San Jose, California. The 737-800.
Frontier 2632, taxiway off 12 freeway, left down 12665 on first, have a good day. Good morning, left. 1679, heavy DFW tower, easy, going to 15011, running 1 right to land.
So Woot Doctor with a guess. Did I put that up there? Yeah. With a guess as to the prop distance. I'm guessing maybe 12 inches. I don't know. You would think it would be more than that. One would think. What we got over there? It's an American Eagle flight going to Kansas City. Another one to Kansas City? This one is in the SkyWest Airlines livery, as you can see. It's a CRJ 701ER. And we do hope to be able to bring you later this evening the dispatch of this MD-11. Let's see what it says here. Just before 10 o'clock, this is set to go off to Louisville, according to our sources. Yeah, we're still about 45 minutes away from the 747 departure. We do have another get this straightened out here a little bit. There is a UPS A300. It is getting ready to head out to Chicago Rockford International Airport. But before we get too involved in that, we've got a big jet coming in. A 787-8 Dreamliner coming in from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Flight 1679 was that. A wall is blocking most of the shot we have of this A300 as it's getting pushed back. Well, we have an authoritative answer to the question that was posed earlier. This is S35 Bonanza pilot, a channel member. Says the Cessna 208B propeller tip is between 14 and 17 inches from the ground. All depends on tire and strut inflation. Even with the tire and strut flat, the prop tip still has about 2 inches of clearance. That sounds way too close for comfort to me, but if you're an experienced pilot, you deal with that. But thanks for that useful information to S35 Bonanza pilot, one of our great channel members. So flight to Los Angeles, flight 2853, American Airlines, and Airbus A321 about to lift off to the Southland. Robert Miner letting us know that the Qantas Yam Dreaming livery is now headed our way. We'll get a look at that after we check out the aviation stylings of this American Airlines aircraft headed to, I believe it's Salt Lake City on a 737-800. Flight 3238. And here comes the Qantas Yam Dreaming livery. And here comes the UPS A300. On its way to Chicago Rockford International Airport. Plane got caught in the headlights of the A300 there for a moment. That's flight 3173, American Airlines, arriving from Phoenix, Arizona. So we got some heavy jet action coming up here with this Chicago Rockford bound UPS plane, as well as the Qantas Dreamliner off to Sydney. guy. Little supercargo master just came in from Wichita Falls, Texas. That was, my fingers aren't working too. I don't have any further information about that flight. Looks like the A300 gets first dibs. We'll watch that take off, and then we'll get to take a look at Yam Dreaming livery of the Qantas 7879 Dreamliner. I would anticipate that the Qantas jet will spend a little more time on the runway before it lifts off. All right, well, because of the lighting, we don't get a really good look at the livery here, but it's pretty intricate.
Boy 3434
This is Flight 8 going to Sydney.
18 right, clear to land on Boy 3434.
It's a journey that on average takes about 16 and a half hours, but who's counting? 8,600 mile flight off to where it's summertime. And the Flying Roo is about to take off. Tanya Clemens says, I think I'd go crazy on a 16-hour flight being cooped up for that long. Well, I've never been on a flight that long, although back and forth from Seoul, Korea. That's the longest I've been. That's about, what, a 12-hour flight, I think. And yeah, it's plenty long. I've vowed since my last trip last year to turn that, or, you know, as much as I love window seats, I think on my next Trans-Pacific journey, which should be coming up in September, I think I'm going to have to get an aisle seat. Rachel says, glad we got to see that livery, the Yam Dreamy. And again, if you want to see it a little better, we do have, I think, a separate video in our video section of Runway DFW that will let you see that in the daytime. It's pretty nice. Vince Kowaleski says, missing the Piedmont East Side. I'm old enough to remember when Piedmont had a dark blue stripe like Allegheny. Well, I'm old enough to remember that as well. Vince, you are not alone. Looks like we got an E-Jet arriving here from Oklahoma City, the land of Josh Aldrich. Flight 3895 is that American Eagle Embraer 175. Tanya says, I love the window seat. I flew for 2 hours and 45 minutes, and that was long enough for me. Yeah, that's fine for a domestic flight. I don't have any problems with that. But yeah, on an international jaunt, I think it's going to be the aisle for me. We either missed entirely the British Airways Airbus A380 or it did not fly here today. Let's see, DFW to LHR. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Huh. Is this right? Oh yeah, it left at 6:39 p.m. today. The super speed bird, and that was. I was still here. I don't remember seeing it. How could I miss that? I don't know. But it's on its way to London, so we didn't get to show that to you today. We have an international departure coming up. Volaris Flight 801 to Mexico City. It's an Airbus A321.
Depart, clear takeoff, on left, go.
Incoming now, Delta Flight 2796 from Salt Lake City. Airbus A220.
Departure, bye-bye, 101.
Time for the shrubbery view.
Switch on schedule, yeah.
Another plane is about to touch down. This one from Sacramento, California. American Airlines Flight 2448.
Delta 2796, good some up precise, get over here at that way. 2256, you're looking for tower on 126.55.
Let's see, is it almost here? Yes, it is. Alan Pace says, love the nightlife. Perfect weather, great shots. Thank you, Alan. I could, you know, if it were up to me, it'd be a little warmer, but that's okay. And the planes just keep on coming in. American Flight 1228 from Austin is next. Was it a Max 8? Is what that is. About 20-30 seconds away from seeing that on this Monday night with you from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, where we get to see commercial planes, we get to see cargo planes of all sizes and shapes.
At Alpha, short of 18 right, 3295. Number 3795, here at the tower, cruise crossing, runway 18 left, on a point. Runway 18 left, runway 3765.
They close up that cargo door on the 747. It's about a half hour away from departure. Here, presently, we shall see the Max 8 from Austin, Texas. And that'll be followed by a 737-800 United Airlines flight arriving from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. Got a noisy E-jet taking off for Abilene over there. Not seen here.
American 3295, landing traffic will hold short of the
But we're waiting now for the United flight from Denver. See, do we need to be a little higher for this? I think maybe so.
Cross 1 Alpha, ground 65 on top of the bridge. 440. At Alpha and ground 65 on the bridge. Departure.
So yes, we can confirm that the cargo door has closed on this Queen of the Skies. Rachel says it's -5 degrees Fahrenheit in Milwaukee where I am, which is why I am plane spotting on YouTube. Well, that is perfectly understandable. Adam171 says, how often have you been to the UK? I've only been there twice. And the last time was... so was that? I think we got there right after the... It wasn't planned. We got there right after the death of Princess Diana. So it was kind of a weird time to visit. And of course it's been quite a while. And I am hoping that Mrs. RDFW and I can make another trip over there. We love riding the rails. That was American Flight 2024, 737-800 from Los Angeles was its point of origination. Tim Heasley with praise for our camera and, well, for our cameras, and they are, we can give all credit to our channel sponsor, James Webb, for that. Really makes a difference. Aviation Geek says Noel Phillips was a Korean Air 747 from Incheon, South Korea to Los Angeles, the same flight you will be taking in September. Well, I'll be going the other direction. But yeah, I haven't quite made the reservations yet. I'm getting close to doing that. But yeah, we'll be going to the Cranky Dork Fest weekend in Los Angeles in mid-September, and then the next Monday after that, I'll be winging my way to South Korea to visit my son, who lives and works there with his fiance. And my son is a good person to have if you're visiting Korea, because he's very fluent in the language. Is that a bear? Is that another bear we've got there on that Frontier tail? It's coming in from Phoenix, an Airbus A320neo. And yeah, Blanco the polar bear on there. We saw a black bear earlier. Flight 3972 from Phoenix.
Ground contact ground 19, we're Romeo, mobile. Frontier Flight 3972,
Luke the Random Spotter, one of our mods and great channel members, says we won't see the America West Retro, say that 5 times fast, as it's coming in on runway 13 right, which is out of our sight. This is probably a good time to, well, first of all, it's just after 11. It's just after 9 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock somewhere, but it's just after 9 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. So let's give a chance to alert our affiliates as to our status.
Hey, ground station, we're Romeo here, mobile, heavy, we're with Kilo right now, with a 131.
You're watching Runway DFW After Dark. It's Walt here with you. We'll be here for about another hour, maybe 90 minutes or so, to make sure I can get out of the way of any sprinklers that may pop up, which would really kind of mess up my night. Once again, we're at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, one of the world's busiest. And we've got lots more action for you. It looks like that 747 is now lighting up. It's a 747-8. It is 6 years old, and it's going to Louisville. According to Flight Radar 24, our official guide. And meanwhile, we have another big jet to consider over here. American Flight 997 to Buenos Aires. A 777-200ER. It's a 23-year-old aircraft. It will be preceded by that takeoff there from American Flight 1797 going to Las Vegas. We've got 4 cameras for you tonight. We set them up so that you wouldn't miss a thing. And it looks like the Queen is now pushing back. Anthony is our new subscriber. Thank you, Anthony. And we'll flip over to watch the Buenos Aires departure momentarily. I hate when everything happens at once. switching over to camera 1 here to watch this triple head out to Argentina. All right, the Buenos Aires triple is cleared for takeoff. Chris Funk says Her Majesty getting ready to go to her Kentucky home. Waz Radio with a greetings from the future, where it's Tuesday afternoon in Sydney. Hello, Warren. Great to see you. The front of the plane has been disengaged from its tug. The engines are getting warmed up. The plane is pretty much in silhouette because we don't have a lot of light coming on it from this side. In fact, you know, were it not for our cameras, I can't see any markings with my eyeballs on that plane. It's just a silhouette as I look at it. But with our super great cameras, you can make out some of it. Hunter Wilkerson with a $2 super chat. He says, thanks for plane spotting, and I say thank you for your support of the channel. Aaron Pelzel saying hello from Austin, Texas. Toro 66 says slowly spooling up the engines. Michael Moore, BHM, says another great broadcast. Walt, quick question if anyone can answer. Aren't the interior lights supposed to be off for landing, takeoff? I noticed some have lights on. I am not... I have noticed that too. I'm not clear on that. I don't fly that often to really know. So if anybody's got the definitive answer, or even a semi-definitive answer, we welcome that. We're about to be on the move here. Slice barbecue. Just think about how many miles of wiring are in that 747. Indeed. Pause for the cause here as it waits for clearance to cross runway 18 left, 18 right, I'm sorry. Because there's a plane landing. JTB Airliner 320, evening Walt from... Oh, did I put that up? I thought I did. Try it again. Evening Wall from Tulsa, getting ready for 6 to 10 inches of snow tomorrow. I know in my my regular job is to manage a website for a TV station which serves southern Oklahoma. And I know when I checked out around 6:15 tonight, we had a number of schools either closing in our viewing area or going to virtual learning for Tuesday, and some for Wednesday too, because of the winter storm which is approaching. Once again, this plane is off to Louisville, the world port for UPS. 7478, dating back to the year 2018 is this plane.
Golf 8, clear across 180 left, Alpha route over to the east side for 3280.
Aaron wants to know, Queen or King, what's your favorite? Mine is the Queen. All right. Tim Heasley says, hands down, the Queen is the best. Well, as it comes to the time of this program that we are going to salute our channel members, which we try to do every time we're on the air. There goes a Turkish. Looks like it's headed over to the other side of the airport for takeoff, does it? And yes, it is. Turkish Dreamliner. Headed over to the east side for takeoff. But let's see, let's get back to what I was about to do here. We're going to say thank you to all of our channel members. This list, we have a lot of new ones tonight. This list was prepared earlier today, so if you're a new member, your name will not be on this list. Watch next time for that. We'd like to thank first and foremost our official channel sponsor, James Webb, for his sponsorship of the channel and for his very generous super chat earlier in the broadcast. Now here's a thank you to our Quadjet members. As of 11 o'clock this morning, we have Airplanes Frankfurt, FRA, Alan J., Angela Smith, Anna the Dispatcher, Beaker and Honeydew, Bev A., Cranky OG757, thank you Chip, Cubs Win, Deborah Klein, Dwayne C., James Webb, Josh Aldrich, Kirby Brooks Sr., KS Avgeek, Lori M., Michael Flannery, Michelle R.S., Mike G., Netgear, Patrick Wooters, Pete Nordine, Raina Taylor, S35 Bonanza Pilot, Sarah, The Real Deal, Simon 007, Skittles, Steve Lundaby, who was here with us just a short time ago, Stuart Kircher, TNT Oh My, Trident Ken, Want to Get Up, Go Ahead, and Will Hutchison. Those are our Quadjet channel members. And again, that is as of 11 o'clock this morning. I know that our good friend Texas Girl added her name to the list of Quadjet channel members earlier today. And thank you for your great support, Texas Girl. All right, entering your shot there is American Flight 1536. It's going to Sacramento, California, an Airbus A321 here on Runway DFW. We have a FedEx MD-11 which just landed on 13 right, which means that we should get to see a little bit of it as it crosses over to the FedEx facility on the east side. It's kind of a rare opportunity for us. We hardly ever see any FedEx planes here on the west side, much less an MD-11, so stand by for that. And FedEx lights up their planes a little better than UPS does. UPS does not use a light, does not employ a light on the tail of its planes. Rainbow Love has now been a member for 4 months in the Twin Jet category. Thank you, Rainbow Love. Awesome stream all. Thank you. And of course, to the mods. Of course, to the mods. Now we're going to see if we can zero in on that FedEx MD-11. It should come into our view from this angle here. So we'll just sit on this shot for a little bit. Roger Campbell says, sorry I'm late. I was watching Super Dave Osborne. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Texas Girl with a "You're welcome." Texas Girl, very nice person. Always great to see her. And Rainbow Love gifted a Runway DFW membership. There's the gift box opening up. Thank you, Rainbow Love. Emery Urchis with a $2 super chat. Hey Walt, where's Terminal F going to be built? Thank you for that chat. As you see the tail of a UPS plane backing up there. Let's see, we'll give you the South Flow map here. Steve O is a new subscriber. Oh, here comes the FedEx plane. It's coming right at us. Look at that. So Emery, I'll give you that information in just a minute. I don't want to miss our rare look at a FedEx MD-11. And Texas Girl has gifted another Runway DFW membership. Thank you, Texas Girl. That makes 11 for her tonight if I'm keeping accurate count. Now again, we won't see this plane taking off. It did land a short time ago coming in from, I want to say, where did that come from? From San Antonio in Texas. It's FedEx Flight 1635. Well, a very nice shot for our camera tonight. "31-year-old MD-11 freighter." And it's got to cross runways 18 right and 18 left in order to cross the bridge to get to the FedEx terminal facility here, which is all the way on the east side of the airport. It's a beautiful sight to see. Jordan Massey is our newest member. Let's salute Jordan with a welcome to the Tri-Jet category. And Roderick Campbell was the recipient of the latest gift membership from Texas Girl. Smoke and Slice Barbecue wants to know if the missus and I ever eat at Pancho's Buffet. You know, I don't know if they have any of those. I don't know of any in my vicinity. We've never gone to one together. I think I've been to one, but it's probably been 15 or 20 years. While we look at this, we do have a UPS A300 getting ready to go to Ontario, California. But the FedEx plane has been so kind to pause for us to look at it in all of its purple and orange and white glory. So it's crossing over 18 right. It'll, I think, have to pause when it gets to 18 left because there's a lot of traffic ongoing there. So yeah, even if we didn't get to see this take off, it's just good to get a look at it. I know there's airports, other airports. Well, Memphis would be a good one, I think. The the FedEx main hub here in the U.S. Be a good place to see some MD-11s, I think. But of course, both FedEx and UPS are retiring their fleets of tri-jets. So it's only a matter of time before we won't be able to see these anymore in action. So we tend to savor any opportunity to bring you these planes as they move about the airport. A300 time, this once again is going to Ontario, California. Flight 761, a 20-year-old Airbus A300. Ron C. says there are only 2 ponchos left in DFW, Southwest Arlington off I-20 and Northwest Fort Worth off Jacksboro Highway, neither of which are in my regular, you know, I don't travel by any of those areas regularly. But as you might expect, we have some very good local Mexican fare in my neighborhood. We regularly go to a place called Ernesto's, very reliable Tex-Mex. And we're just with a $5 super chat. Asking again, but do you know where Terminal F is going to be built? Oh yes, we did. I apologize for that. We got lost in big planes here. So let me see if I can answer your question with a graphic here, Emre. Here's our map of South Flow. We are right where the tip of the red arrow is. Just to the left of it is where Terminal F is going in. It will be just south of Terminal D, the international terminal, here on the west side of the airport. So that is the answer to that question. I'm sorry that I got kind of sidetracked on that, Emre. I hope that answers your question. And so they're working on it. And again, I looked at an aerial or a satellite view of the airport earlier today, just to kind of check up on it. It was a fairly recent satellite picture, and yeah, they've got all the excavation going there, and Terminal F is being built remotely. Now, they're not building it on the site. They're building it, well, it's here. It's being built here at the airport, but in a modular fashion. So the modules are being assembled away from where Terminal F will be built. And then in the dark of night, they truck those modules over to be assembled. And they did that when they were rebuilding one of the other terminals here. Well, actually, they were adding on to it. I can't remember which one. But that technique seemed to work out very well in terms of speed of build and limiting the disruption to other activities here at the airport. So we should, within the next half hour, get to see another MD-11. This one will be the UPS MD-11. Here we are. You see the flags flying in the background. The wind appears to be coming in from the southeast, south-southeast, perhaps. Let's see what the airport says. Airport says, yeah, southeast, 11 miles an hour. Temperature 52 degrees, overcast skies here at one of the world's busiest airports. Right now, a little bit quiet. Okay, Luke says Terminal D was where they added the gates to. They're a walk, but nice gates. And Texas Girl also has that information for us, so thank you for clarifying that. Johnny Dodge says, why is the like button going so crazy? I don't know. I'm not complaining. Keep our eye on this tri-jet. American Flight 1148 to Tucson, Arizona is an Airbus A321, and it is next to depart. Meanwhile, we've got American Flight 1766 coming in from Las Vegas. Be a 737-800 if I can get our... let's see here. Here's the... Well, that doesn't look very good. Here's the thing, it's getting so cold out here that my fingers, so I've got gloves on, but on one hand I've got several fingers that are cut out so that I can touch screens with them. But sometimes the touches don't register, which makes for me thinking that I'm showing you something that I'm actually not showing you. King Kong says our new Western Sydney airport is due to open in 2026. I hadn't heard about that. That's very interesting. I'll have to look up some information about that. Smith says, hope you're not too cold out there, Walt. Well, as we just told you, it's the airport said it's 52 degrees. Let's see what my watch says. 46. There's a little difference there. 46 degrees Fahrenheit we're talking here. So it's really not that bad, but there's a wind, which makes it feel a little chillier. I guess there's a wind chill involved, but not terrible. We have a new subscriber. I can't read the name, but do indeed appreciate your subscription. Subscriptions, of course, are free to Runway DFW or to any YouTube channel. There's no money involved in a subscription. It just registers your interest, and in our case, it lets you join in with other viewers in the chat. You can participate in the chat if you are a subscriber, and you can't if you're not. And we have a great subscriber community, so I hope you'll consider doing that. This American jet arriving from Fort Lauderdale in Florida, an Airbus A321. Flight number 1384 was that. AA0619 says, been a while since I've tuned in. Since last time I watched this, I spent almost 75 hours in the air. Well, that's a lot. Glad to have you back with us. Rachel's off to bed. And thank you for watching, Rachel. We'll see you next time. Bob says, nice channel. Well, that's heartwarming. Thank you for that, Bob. Once again, we've got 4 cameras going for your edification here. Is that the One World livery? I think it is. Almost missed that, didn't we? American Airlines One World livery off to Fresno, 737-800. As we have a simultaneous landing of a flight coming in from Santa Ana, California, flight 2659.
Delta 31 Whiskey Tower, 14.16, 21 ready to land. American 2659, taxi Echo Alpha, hold for one runway left.
Dustin Jackson proclaims like number 457. Thank you, Dustin. Yes, motorcycles. Yes, we see you. American Flight 1632 is what you're looking at there. It's an Airbus A321 off to Reagan National Airport in Washington. Delta flight number 31 from Atlanta, an Airbus A321. And yes, we have discussed earlier in the broadcast the incident involving a Delta commuter plane in Toronto today. Heartwarming to know that, at least as of last count, all the passengers were able to get out, and that was 80 passengers and crew on a plane which landed in snowy Toronto Pearson Airport, and then something happened and it flipped over, and wow, the pictures are amazing. And it's a testament to the flight crew, the flight attendants, and of course the ground personnel at Pearson Airport. Going out there was flight 2402 to Seattle. Was I punched up on that? Well, here you have UPS flight 751. This is a 767 off to the base of operations in Louisville. Tanya is over there working at UPS. I'm over there. I'm over at the plane by spot 9. Hello. Hello, Tanya. And the random spotter, Luke, is letting one of our viewers know, Tanya, that we're on the air 2 or 3 times a week, generally speaking. Don't know when our next broadcast is going to be, because we're going to get some winter weather in here. And if I were, like in the immediate vicinity of the airport, I'd pop over here. But I do not live in the immediate vicinity of the airport. I'm about an hour away. So we'll see how the roads are. We'll see how things go. Let's see. Texas Girl asks if I'm doing okay. Do you need to bring me anything? No, I'm good. All is good. I'll be packing things up here pretty soon. I don't want to get much beyond 10:30 because that's when we tend to see sprinklerage. So here you have a 27-year-old 767. And once again, it's going to Louisville, the UPS World Port. David in Sandy Resort says, Walt, I think you can put 3 SeaTac airports, Seattle, Tacoma, in the space of DFW. Amazing the size of the airport here. Yes, and that's one reason why we don't get as close to the action as you do, say, at a Dallas Love Field or a Los Angeles International Airport, because when they laid this airport out 51 years ago is when, well, it was laid out before then, but it opened 51 years ago, and there was wide open spaces out here, and so they took those wide open spaces and made it into an airport. And so the perimeters are set back a lot further than older airports or airports that are in right in an urban area. Texas Girl asks, with it being cold, will the sprinklers come on? Well, I've been here. They've come on when it's been cold here before. I don't know about this cold, but I can't take any chances. Let's put it that way. I think we're about to get headlights flashed at us. What do you think? Emery Yurchis with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Emery. Once again, I'm happy but shocked everyone on that Delta flight survived, given that it flipped. It is nothing short of amazing. And again, there might have been some luck involved, but I'm sure there was a lot of skill by the flight crew, especially the flight attendants, to make sure that everybody was able to get out of that aircraft, which was burning when it flipped over. That plane turned and the sound just like went away, didn't it? Those are directional engines on that 767. Spec. Channel member says, howdy Walt and Runway DFW family. Beautiful Lone Star night for spotting. Yes. Although we can't show you the moon or the stars or anything tonight because they're all obscured by overcastness. Coming in from Baltimore, Washington International Airport, Frontier Flight 4397, which has Cedar, the Florida Scrub J on the tail. A little overexposed, I guess. Guess what happened while we were watching that plane? Trijet! I have to tell you, this plane has not yet popped up on the radar. Can't tell you how old it is. There's that 767. It looks like it's off to the east side for takeoff. That'll wake you up. This flight 753, it is going to Chicago Rockford International Airport. And it's a 33-year-old plane. There's Sarah Deal. Hello, Sarah Deal. Glad to see you here. Another heavy, which is preparing for takeoff. American Flight 7 to Brisbane, Australia. That'll be a Dreamliner -9. So it's heading over to the takeoff position on 18 left. Just as the, there it is there, there's the tail of it. So we'll get some twin heavy action, and then I think we're going to bug out for tonight. And yes, I know there are other planes that will be taking off, but make sure we get out of here before sprinklers are engaged. All right, we'll get to see a MD taking off here on Runway DFW After Dark.
3440 DFW Tower, 1 brake for the land. American 7 Heavy, possibly turbulence, RNAV to land, runway 1 left to takeoff. RNAV land, takeoff, 17 left, American 7 Heavy. DFW 73 Heavy, correct departure.
There is American Flight 7 off to Brisbane.
Runway 3975, cross 20 left, wind Lima, cut ground 25. American 7 Heavy, cut ground again. American 7 Heavy.
Well, Becky England saying going to be a sad day when UPS and FedEx retire the MD-11. It's inevitable, but it will be sad. But we do like to think that we're helping to document the final days of those great aircraft. Texas Girl says, "Okay, Walt, go get warm. I know you're chilly, and get out of there before the sprinklers come on. It was good seeing you again. Take care. Safe travels going home." Thank you, Texas Girl, and thank you for your really generous gifting tonight of super chats and memberships, and of upgrading your membership. Much appreciated. There are people we do like to thank at this time as we start to get ready to blast off. We'd like to thank our friend James Webb, who's the official channel sponsor of Runway DFW. Thanks to all of our channel members. Thank you, subscribers. Thank you, viewers. And a special thanks to our great team of Runway DFW moderators, the Moderation Federation, making this a really nice place to hang out and watch planes and commiserate about aircraft and aviation. As we discussed earlier, I don't know when we'll be back in the near term, because we're going to get a winter storm coming in, and I don't live close to the airport, so we'll see what happens. But keep your notification bells on, because never know when we're going to pop in there. So, let's see. We're going to have Chat Extravaganza coming up momentarily, presently. We'll give you a chance to send little goodbye messages, and then we'll have Chat Extravaganza where you get to watch me pack up all this stuff, okay? So, thanks again for watching. Happy contrails to you until we meet again on Runway DFW. All right, it's time now for Chat Extravaganza, where you, the viewer, get to chat amongst yourselves while I, the host, get to pack things up. So check out our fine musical selections, and we'll chat again soon on Runway DFW.
making you feel good. Get with the conversation. Stay with us all day for your favorite songs. For your entertainment.
Well, you know what that song means. I don't know what that song means, but it does indicate that we are now done with our live broadcast. Thanks for sticking around for Chatstravaganza as we finish out the evening. Once again, I don't know when our next broadcast will be. We're gonna get some bad weather here in North Texas, some wintry conditions, and so we'll see what happens. If we can sneak in a broadcast over the next few days, we will, but otherwise it may be a few days before we're back to see you again. Thanks once again for watching, for supporting the channel, and for keeping me company tonight. Back soon with you on Runway DFW. Thanks again for watching, and I think I've run out of things to say. I'll see you next time. Happy contrails to you until we meet again.
For overseas acts and promotional consideration furnished by Pan American World Airways, the world's most experienced airline. Pan Am makes the going great. This is Dick Tufel speaking.